Alright guys, so starting the day off a little weird. I went to work and didn't take anything with me. No camera, no backpack, no nothing. But just finishing my day up, so I came back and grabbed the camera, and we're fixing to go get the old truck cleaned up because, as you can tell, she is dirty and slap covered in mud from work. And I'm dropping the truck off tomorrow morning to get a little work done at Dean's Performance in over here in Odessa. And so I want to make sure I give it to him clean and not covered in mud on the outside. And I may try to clean the engine bay a little bit, but I've always been a little scared to take a power washer to the engine bay. So if anything, it's going to be elbow grease and a bunch of shop rags. But we'll see. Maybe I just let them do that instead. But that's where I'm headed now, is to the car wash. And I'll see you there. Alright, we got like 15 minutes, but this is what we're working with here. You can see it is horrible. We ain't got very far. We got driver's side, front, back, but we still got the whole front to do. Very dirty. Clean, dirty. Alright, now that we got all the mud off, and it looks 10 times better, I'll give you a walk around. I had to knock all the mud off here. So now I'm gonna head to the car wash and actually wash it better, which I normally would say stay away from the car wash because I don't like how the machines will scratch your paint and all that stuff. But granted, this is a work truck and it gets muddy every week and the paint is white. It's easier to hide tiny scratches, so I'm not too concerned about it. Plus it would cost me like $1,000 a month in details to keep it clean. So I just use the self-serve and knock the mud off, and then I'll take it to a drive-through car wash for better chemicals and whatever else. And then I do all the windows myself because obviously, look at this. That ain't doing anything. So I'll clean the windows myself, and then the mirrors, and then I do the interior myself. Sometimes I'll pay somebody depending if I feel like it or not. But for the most part, I like to clean myself. I used to do detailing anyways, so it ain't that big of a deal. And I am a little picky, but other than that, we're gonna go to the drive-through car wash, so see you there. Alright, here we are. Make me cry. Can't stand that, but it's a work truck at the end of the day. The mud's gonna scratch anyway, so it is what it is, you know. Can't complain about it too much, but this will help clean it just that much more better, you know, versus spending $250 on the detail and it getting dirty in 2-3 days whenever I can hand wash the mud off and then come through with my pass, you know, every, ooh, how pretty, and come through every couple days and get a better clean. So yeah, we're gonna finish up here and then I'm gonna vacuum and then once I vacuum it, I'm gonna go hit the gym. And then after the gym, when we get back to the house, I will clean the inside and do the windows. Or I might do the windows here, I don't know yet, but we'll see. Alright, leaving the car wash. I just vacuumed it and kind of wiped down the outside just a little bit. But now, headed to the gym, so I'm gonna get a workout in. Tomorrow's rest day. And then, yeah, just drop the truck off tomorrow morning and hopefully he can get it done the same day. He's supposed to be doing a delete, you know, EGR delete, taking the def out, whatever, straight pipe, 5-inch turbo back, the CCV reroute, and a disaster kit at the same time. But that might be a 2-day thing where I pick up the truck Sunday after it's deleted and then take it back for the disaster kit to be put on a different day. However, Tuesday I have a custom fab air intake from, I forget where it's from, anyways, that's paint matched. It's gonna be bad with the bones. So that comes in Tuesday, so Tuesday I gotta put that in. That's why I said I wanted to also try to clean the inside of the hood, not only for that but for the guys to delete the truck tomorrow. But anyways, pulling up to hit the gym, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll get back with y'all. Alright, just got out the gym, you can see, thinking about it. I don't think I'm going to do the inside of the truck today. I'm going to wait until I'm like 1 to 2 days away from going home. I still have 6 working days until I'm home, so it's going to get dusty again on the inside. So I might wait until I'm 1 to 2 days out and then clean it. So for now, I'm just going to head back to the camper and just kind of chill. And then there is something I do want to kind of go over tonight, kind of a little lesson. Another lesson about life, and that's going to come in play with the haircut and cleaning the truck. I'm going to do something else about your day-to-day life and how different things around you can lead to life lessons and directions in life. So see you then. All right, so got a little change of plans. I need to head to HEB, restock on some food for next week, do a little meal prep, and grab some cleaning supplies for dishes and maybe some laundry detergent, some other small things. Collar looks weird. Anyway, whatever. And so that's what we're gonna go do now. We're gonna go hit HEB, and then I'm gonna go by AutoZone or Advanced or whichever store ends up being the closest to HEB, and grab some stuff from there. So let's do it. I just left AutoZone, and they had a horrible selection for what I needed, so I just grabbed the only thing I could find for now. It'll be all right. But AutoZone, come on, dude. I mean, some locations are amazing and they have 50 million things to pick from, and other locations have jack crap. Like, come on. Let's let all the locations match on their inventory. But, you know, once I get back into town and I have access to all of my detail stuff, I will have a better variety of stuff that I like to use that either this store doesn't carry or you have to order online. But that's for a different day, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But left HEB, and I did pick up some engine bay cleaner and some shop towels. So I should do a little touch up for the guys tomorrow at the shop, so it's not absolutely disgusting under the hood, because I know it's gonna be, because I work in the desert and it's dusty and it's not fun. But anyways, that's that. I was just thinking, I don't know why I just went and bought this from AutoZone. I'm gonna get home, the engine bay is gonna be really hot. It's already almost 7 o'clock. Still got a meal prep and everything else, so by the time the truck cools off, it's gonna be dark. And in the morning I get up, go to work, and then after work I drop the truck off. So I guess the guys at the shop are just going to be a little upset with me that under the hood's dirty, but I'm sure they're probably used to it. I mean, I just try to kind of be somewhat genuine and make it easier for them. That's also why I cleaned off the mud on the truck, so it's not in their shop just dropping mud everywhere. I'm sure there will be some underneath that I didn't get, but better than the entire truck slap covered in mud. But while we're back on here, like I said earlier, I'm going to use the haircut and cleaning the truck as a lesson for today. So think about all the sins that you carry with you, right? Everything you've done, everything you feel bad about, everything that you hold on your chest and your shoulders, all that weight, right? And all the anger and everything else in your life. You know how you feel whenever you get a haircut and you're like, man, I feel really good, right? Like, I feel like $1 million. I look like $1 million. Like, today's gonna be a good day, right? The whole next 1 to 2 weeks is gonna be a good 1 to 2 weeks. I'm gonna feel good every day. I'm gonna look good every day, right? Imagine how you would feel if you cut off all the sins that you do in your life, right? Just no more sinning, right? Straight, just 99% good person, right? Nothing in the world can be 100% because nothing's perfect and nobody is perfect. But imagine how much better you would feel if you were a better person, okay? Like, and you chose to do better things in life. You have better actions. You have better choices. All right. Same with cleaning, the vehicle. Imagine if you cleansed your heart of hatred and, whatever else you want to reference to that. Like, once you have a better mindset and you have a better heart, I promise that your life will be better, alright? Not saying that everybody has a bad heart and makes bad choices day in and day out, but the point is the more we try to focus on being better and the more things that we do that create a better version of us, the better we are going to feel as a human being, all right? The better we're going to treat others, the better decisions we will make. So try to cut out all the negative and bad in your life and try to cleanse yourself to become a more clean person, all right? Whether, that's trying to not cuss as much, trying to not drink alcohol, trying to not do drugs, trying to be better, trying to treat others better, trying to do everything in a manner that will help you feel better on a day-to-day basis, all right? Because if you feel better, your life in general is going to be better, okay? So that's just a little tip on how I view my life and how I tend to do better in life is do things that make me in return feel better. So I treat people with respect. They say thank you, blah, 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 makes me feel good, right? So the more I do things that make others feel good, it makes me feel good, all right? So treat others with respect, shake hands with people, whatever the case may be, okay? Going over to somebody's house for the first time and respecting their house by taking my shoes off at the front door, whether or not they ask, all right? You don't know, if the bottom of your shoe has a piece of mud on it that might smear on, new carpet or whatever. there's so many different aspects of life and points of view of life and different lessons that can be taught and learned. So, you're not going to be able to perfect life, because nobody can perfect life. But, over the course of 3 to 6 to 9 months, if you can change habits and change your outlook on a whole variety of things, your life will be better. Your mindset will be better. Your heart will be better. Your job will become better, even though you might still not like it. Just your mindset that's changed will be better. Like my buddy today texted me. He's like, dude, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. All my coworkers have no urgency to get to the truck and get going. I'm like, bro, you're getting paid, aren't you? Yeah. Well, who cares if they take an hour and a half to get from the hotel room to the truck? You're getting paid to sit there. All right. If the boss is mad about it, well, he can get on the other guys and tell them that they need to be faster and be more responsible. So just relax, like, chill, bro. You're getting paid to do nothing. He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm just tripping. Like, just scroll on TikTok, get on Amazon, or just hang out, You have the truck in silence to yourself for however long. It's not that big of a deal. Y'all get off at the same time every day, or roughly the same time. So if they're an hour late, guess what? That's an hour less of work you have to do that you're getting paid for. Like, it's just the small things. And so I helped him kind of broaden his outlook on, don't stress it. Like, there's no reason to let somebody else's choices and actions in life determine how you start your day. So hopefully I can broaden his mindset to be more relaxed in circumstances that can alter his behavior and alter his whatever you want to call it, the way he feels about the morning or whatever. Anyways, that's today's little lesson. Let's see, tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow I have a decent amount of free time on my hands since I won't have a vehicle for a bit. But, maybe tomorrow I will do a lesson with some verses from the Bible, because I haven't done them in a few days. I've just been kind of doing life lessons based off of things in day-to-day life, building blocks from like Home Depot and whatever. I use Home Depot as a reference to a lesson of life, and then today obviously I did what I did. And then a couple days ago I talked about James and Peter and taking action in life and actually putting in the work to see results in life, and not just talking about doing something and actually doing it. And so I'll come up with a good lesson for tomorrow, and that will be tomorrow's video, and I'll reveal what I'm getting done to the truck tomorrow once it is done. That might be a 2-part series, but tomorrow for sure we'll have one thing knocked out. Actually, it would be a 2 to 3-part series depending how much they get done tomorrow. If they get both things done tomorrow that I want, then it'll be a 2-part series because I have something coming in the mail. If the truck has to be a 2-part series at the shop, then it'll end up being a 3-part series because of what I ordered. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today. I need to get to the house and start meal prepping and get cleaned up and some laundry and edit this video. So thank y'all for watching yet another video, and I will see y'all in the next one.